Zombies Ate My Neighbors, released in 1993 for the Super Nintendo and Sega Genesis. Zombies Ate My Neighbors is not your average run-and-gun shooter. The main difference is that the game is largely tongue-in-cheek, so the tone, monsters, and weapons are all intentionally ridiculous. In Zombies Ate My Neighbors, you choose between two playable characters, Zeke and Julie. You'll fight monsters in suburbia, shopping malls, pyramids, and more. The monsters are mostly lifted from classic horror films, including vampires, werewolves, sea monsters, dolls, aliens, giant ants, blobs, worms, Frankenstein's monster, mummies, and lots of zombies. The game is played from an overhead view, and the goal is to save as many helpless victims as possible in each level. The victims just stand around waiting to die, so really the goal is to get to them before any of the numerous monsters decides to eat them. When the last victim has been saved, an exit door opens to take you to the next level. If no victim is saved in a level, it's game over. The number of victims is carried over from level to level, so you'll start with 10 victims, and if one dies, in the next level there will only be 9 to save, and so on. New victims are added at every 40,000 points though, so the better you do, the more victims you'll get back. The victims are varied, with teachers, soldiers, cheerleaders, dogs, and even babies. That's right, this game has no qualms with murdering babies, even though the bloody game over effect was changed to purple ooze for the Super Nintendo version. Weird. Despite the themes though, it's a child-friendly game for the most part. The weapons you'll collect are varied and creative, most of which wouldn't normally be considered weaponry at all. Squirt guns, tomatoes, fire extinguishers, soda cans, weed whackers, silverware, plates, footballs, and more. The weapons are also used well. A weed whacker is your best defense against evil plants, and werewolves are, of course, weak against silverware. The controls are almost always spot on, although firing diagonally is almost always sure to miss. Also, you want to be careful when using your bazooka to blow open walls and hedges. If you don't catch it just right, nothing will happen, and sometimes it's hard to tell just where you should be aiming, which makes it easy to waste precious ammo. It's very easy to pick up and play though. It controls exactly as you would expect. The design of the earlier levels makes it feel as if it's designed to be played in short bursts. It really feels like it would make a great portable title. The game also features a co-op 2-player mode, which is really a blast to play, and tends to be even more fun than single player. The music and sound effects in this version of the game are fantastic. While I hate to use the word perfect in a review, the music truly is perfect for this game. Dark and atmospheric while maintaining the whimsy and humor presented throughout. They're also catchy and will be in your head a long time after you finish the game. The use of samples in the Super Nintendo version in particular is great. Take for example the music played when fighting this giant baby. It's hard not to smile at the uh-oh sample. The sound effect samples are great too, though they can get really irritating in situations like this one. The graphics are also very well done. The animation is fluid, which complements the cartoony visuals well. There isn't any real story to speak of, so the ending doesn't do much other than show you how many monsters you killed in your playthrough. The trick, though, is getting to the end at all. There are 48 stages total, so this game is a lot longer than you'd expect. Starting at about the last half, this game gets really hard. It's not cheap or unfair, it'll just make you wish that you were faster, or better prepared, or that you'd held onto that weapon you used up in the last level. There's a password system that allows you to continue, but you only get a new password once every 4 levels, usually after a boss battle. The passwords only track 2 things, the level and the number of victims remaining. It won't let you keep your items or weapons, meaning if you continue, you only start with a water gun and a health pack. In many cases, towards the end of the level, this means you won't have nearly enough weapons to survive, and you'll have to start a few levels back in order to build up your inventory. But that also means making it through all of those levels without losing all your lives, which is not going to be easy. So no matter which path you choose, expect one hell of a fight. You'll get frustrated and you'll probably yell profanities, but you'll know each time that the failure was your fault. There are even a few legitimate scares, like this spike level. How did the spikes not hurt the monsters? Seriously, holy crap! In addition, there's a great end credits level, which may be the best ending credits for any game ever. And hey look, it's Steve Purcell! All in all, Zombies Ate My Neighbors is fantastic. Despite some minor shortcomings, it's a blast to play and can be enjoyed with the whole family. Hardcore gamers will enjoy the end of game challenge, and casuals will enjoy the pick up and play earlier stages. The Super Nintendo version has a current value of around $16, which is a little high, but not bad. With that in mind, Zombies Ate My Neighbors is a 4 out of 5. It's not perfect and it's not dirt cheap, but unless you're some sort of irate gamer, you'll love it.